What's happening, everyone? Today on Unlock Now with Dane Carter, we are in Long Beach. We are at Urban Americana. I'm a real estate investor, a real estate builder and developer, which also means I'm a real estate stager. I have a very specific property that I need staged, 1951 masterpiece, and I'm going to the best to see my buddy Chris. I'm doing great, man. How are you?
Good to see you.
Everybody, this is Chris. He owns Urban Americana. This is a little gem and massive secret here in Long Beach. This is a vintage, museum masterpiece. We're super excited. Chris is going to show us some amazing pieces for this crazy property I'm trying to work on. It's a 1954 mid-century, hopefully masterpiece. So we're coming here to the best to get some of the best furniture.
Thanks, Andy. Appreciate it.
I got this project. That's why I'm here. You guys have everything. You guys have everything from old, beautiful antiques, all the stuff that I love and use, mid-century modern stuff. But this place is massive. How did you get started doing this?
Well, I've been collecting antiques for 20 years, probably more, and selling. And really the selling started from over-collecting.
Right.
Right. That was the natural progression, was to start selling. So I've had this open for 5 years now, and the concept is I found 40 other dealers who sell stuff as well and brought them all under one roof. And I sort of networked with these people just going back 20 something years from me buying antiques, from a lot of these people, in fact.
Oh, cool. So then this is your huge piece, and then they have these small little sections of it?
Exactly.
Oh,
exactly.
Cool.
I rent, we sectioned it off into approximately 40 spaces, and so we rent to 40 different dealers. So all of the inventory, it's very eclectic, and each dealer brings in different types of inventory. Right now, of course, you're going to see a lot of mid-century because that's what's so hot in the marketplace.
Definitely.
So naturally, that's what you're going to see a lot of.
Especially in the real estate space, but this place is literally like a time capsule. It's this museum. I mean, everywhere you turn, you're like, that's amazing. What is that? This is just, it's really, really cool.
It's funny, that's the same reaction most people have when they come in, because this, vintage things remind people of their youth. And that's part of the reason why people are so in love with vintage.
That is such a good point, because I've seen some pieces in here that I literally saw in my grandma's house that
Right.
we don't have anymore, but it all came full circle. It's all, and I've got an unbelievable house that I love, 1954, super famous architect, but everything is mid-century, and I saved some pieces from his house, and it just kind of makes the home. So, I mean, you could take stuff from here and put it somewhere that would really change the vibe of the house.
For sure. I mean, that's the concept of furnishing a home, to make it your own.
100%.
For sure.
That's what's so much fun about the stuff. I do so much real estate and so much stuff. I miss this side of it. That's why I love coming here, because I can get into this side of it. It's not just the building and the concrete and the finishes and the kitchens and the bathrooms. I can come here and get those pieces that kind of make that piece of real estate come to life. And that's what you have here.
It's funny that you say that, because I furnished a couple homes, and it's cool because you can always mix up and change, but it's hard to get rid of pieces you love. So it's in my mind, I'm always thinking geez, I need another real estate investment, or I need another property or something that I can do so I can continually buy pieces and furnish. But I have a lot of clients that I help out. So I get, even though it's not for myself, I get to do a lot of it.
Right, so it's still super fun for you.
Yeah.
And it's way easier to move a couch than it is a kitchen or a wall.
For
so
sure.
you can do some cool stuff with that.
And less frustrating.
Agreed.
For sure.
Then they show up with the piece.
Yep.
What a great, I'm telling you, that's the way this kind of stuff and a lot of these kind of businesses are going, because this particular dealer would not even do a fraction at their house and their garage, but here they have twice the exposure, maybe 10 times the exposure.
Well, we do essentially we're doing the storage for them, the marketing, the employees, we collect and pay taxes.
So we guys are taking huge rips.
We handle all the shipping. We ship a lot out of state, so we handle all that for the dealers.
This is my playground. I just love all this stuff. I love Long Beach, as I'm sure you know, as I know that you know, and you love Long Beach. So I like to shop in Long Beach. I like to support Long Beach businesses. That's why me and my wife have multiple businesses here in Long Beach. We spend our money here in Long Beach. Our kids are growing up in Long Beach, going to school in Long Beach. So again, I'm a Long Beach guy through and through. I know you are too. So a big thing for me is why did you pick Long Beach? and why do you like to run your business here?
Well, it was a no-brainer at Long Beach for me because I live in Long Beach and I hate leaving Long Beach.
Right.
And I was driving to East LA for 15, 20 years to work. And so when I was looking to buy a building and start this business, Long Beach was a no-brainer for me for so many reasons. I wanted to be close to my home and potentially bike, walk to work.
Yep.
But I also felt that Long Beach was an opportunity. It was a changing city, as you know. You've been around here a long time. And I felt like Long Beach was ready for a furniture store like this. Whereas honestly, 15 or 20 years ago, I don't think Long Beach was.
I agree.
But I found myself having to drive to Los Angeles to buy furniture for my house, and I thought that was ridiculous. So really, I brought a bunch of dealers from Los Angeles here, and a lot of local dealers as well, and some Orange County dealers. And I just thought it was a no-brainer, and it's been great. And
it's just so smart because you have like so much history here, so many different styles of architecture, so many different fits for so many different things for like a vintage place like this. Bars and restaurants, you know, all that kind of stuff all ties together here. And I think you're absolutely spot on. Like, it would have been a little early 9, 10, 11, 12 years ago, but now like there's people leaving all over Los Angeles to move here.
For sure. Well, and you know, we have a bunch of clients that there's so many cool stores opening in Long Beach, little stores, and we have clients that are coming here and buying a lot of stuff to merchandise those stores,
Awesome.
unique pieces, and they're getting away from, you know, buying racks from Home Depot to put clothing on. They're coming in here and buying a super cool vintage piece, a workbench or something to merchandise their stores. It's really cool.
Super smart.
So it's not just homes, but it's also businesses, and I love supporting. I try and do it as much as I can in Long Beach. I love supporting, and and I'm not doing it just to support them.
Sure.
All the business is here. Like what I need and what I'm looking for, it's here.
Yeah, and I'm literally the same way. I don't need to leave Long Beach for anything. I've got all the places I like to go have cocktails. I got all the places I like to go eat with the family. I can go do stuff. I can come here and dig through vinyl for hours and hours and hours if I want. It's endless. A big reason why I love coming here, hanging out with Chris, he has this incredible vintage skateboard collection that like blows my mind. So we're gonna go check it out. But first, I have to plug the Good Bar and Eatery, the business that I own. We have this huge wall full of all these really cool skateboards from like, you know, like the 90s and the 80s and all these super cool boards. But what he has, it's pretty special.
Well, I appreciate that, and I love sharing them. I love the boards at the Good Bar, by the way, because I grew up skating in the 80s on all those boards, and I love those boards. But for me, when I chose to start collecting skateboards, which was years ago, the 60s interested me because of the folk art on the front of them, and just how simple and naive the folk art was. And it just blows my mind how many different boards there were even as early as the 60s. I probably have 250 different boards, but there are thousands. I don't need, because at some point I have to stop. I can't. I'm not.
Never.
I'm not a.
Never stop.
I'm not a completist, so I'm not looking to get every single board.
Sure.
And then, you know, a lot of these boards, like the Pirate on the end, you can see there's a black one and an orange one. They made that in a couple different colors. There's a purple one I don't have. But some of these boards are incredibly rare boards, and I just love them for the artwork mostly.
They're so rad. Like, they just have so much character and so much style.
And
Hang 5, like, I just...
Typically for me, what's interesting, these all have trucks and wheels on them because the artwork was always on the top. But in the 80s and 90s, like the Good Bar, it's flips because you had grip tape mostly. So you got to display them the other way to see the artwork.
Ah, that's an interesting point. You make a good point.
But I love them.
So cool.
And you know, part of the reason it's just a theory I have on why so many of these boards are in such good condition is because if you tried to ride these in the 60s,
You just slip off.
I think the kid broke his wrist the first time down the driveway, and Mom put it in the attic.
You're probably
Because,
absolutely right.
You know, with steel and clay wheels, if you hit the smallest pebble, you were face
wrap.
plant. And then polyurethane came along and
Yep.
completely changed skateboarding.
I love it. This is a sign I should definitely have at the Good Bar. I'm just going to put that thing in there and see what happens.
These are funny signs, and they're super rare. And what's funny about them is they're prohibition signs, and it's either a bar that wants to buy them or it's straight edge people.
Of course.
Straight edge people love
Of
these
course.
signs.
So cool.
But yeah, you might scare a few customers away with that sign.
That's
but-
all right. That's
yeah,
all right.
right.
I don't mind.